Gonna have a good time with the good stuffs.
That's right. Very
As Joe
cool.
Biden would say, you know, the thing.
The thing. The thing,
The
man.
thing.
The thing.
Yeah.
Dog face pony soldier.
Yeah.
Dog face.
There's still some of that I'm trying to figure out, but not very hard.
That's great.
So, new backgrounds for both of you. How's it going? Good stuff. It'd be hot out there. Hot.
It is.
Hot dog roasting hot.
It is. It is hot.
With
Hot
chili
sauce
on top.
Day 99 to Funkenstein. It is.
We could probably roast some hot dogs out on the sidewalk and everything.
Probably could. At least fry some eggs.
Yeah, I know it's been in the 90s here. We lost Shadowhawk. I'm sure he'll be back.
I know. I felt very large there for a second.
I didn't like that. I mean, me. How about you?
Boyd in the house. Hello. Mrs. G, your picture of your spine won out. That's the thumbnail because I'm technically challenged and couldn't handle the alligator too. So I had to make it.
Oh, that looks familiar.
Give a
What's
like
up,
to
Eric?
Mr. and Mrs. Good Stuff, and not for Rex or Shadowhawk. Oh, Eric.
Oh man.
Ever trim your nails and cut to the quick? Oh my goodness. Eric, you won me. Alas, poor Eric. I knew him well. Well, both of you have a brand new house and a brand new backdrop. Very cool. Did you get all moved in, or is there still stuff to do?
We're all moved in.
God.
Everything's unpacked. The only thing that we haven't done, which still I've been saying this for weeks, we have not hung the pictures in our bedroom. But
that's it though. That's it. Everything else is done.
Yeah. Everything else is done.
Hello,
and we
good
have
stuff.
Hi Shadow.
Hey, good to see you guys.
Yeah, good to see you too.
We each have our own room for streaming now, where before I was in one room and he was basically in the dining room with a green screen behind him.
Right. Yeah. No bisexual lighting over there. Looks like a disc.
So y'all
like an old disco.
Are you still in the, sorry. You still in the same basic location, just a new house, or did you guys make a big
pretty
one?
much. We moved a little bit further away from the city, a little bit more country, a little bit more.
There you
go. But we're still in the same basic area. We're about 15, maybe 20 minutes away from where we were at.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Still close to the kids.
Yep.
Still hang out.
After
both the kids were living with us, and they're not anymore.
After that do-rag cosplay that Miss G did years ago, I want her to break out and take me home. Yeah.
He was very impressed with my Axl Rose.
Yeah. You got to do that.
That was a tough one because I was like, what am I going to do? Because I wear glasses. And so I was like, I can wear the sunglasses because I have to wear prescription sunglasses. So that kind of worked.
My brother wears glasses, but he's got them magnetically here at the bridge where you just take both pieces and go
I've seen
click,
that.
you know.
I thought he
He's
had
a
a magnetic
transformer.
piece on his nose and they just stuck there.
I take that back. He's not a transporter. He's not that sophisticated. He's just a dirt farmer, and he does use dirt. Anyway, so he's more of a GoBot. Because I mean,
like
I remember GoBots. That's what I could afford.
anybody that's at work before 6 a.m. Well, besides my co-host,
how about 4 o'clock every morning?
you might as well go to.
I go into work at 5.
Yeah,
Shadowhawk
so
probably
you
gets.
can feel my pain. Good stuff.
Yeah, getting up at 3:30 a.m.
Look, factory work is not easy. I've done it, and then after I did it, I said no longer, no more. I challenged my father on that when he was.
That's why I got my real estate license. I'm now a realtor and trying to break away.
Are you? Okay. Don Chin and his wife and you can go into business together because they're heavily into real estate.
Don't look like the Chins.
Yeah, illegitimate son.
I'm way better looking.
Like, oh yeah,
Jesus Christ!
Well,
hot.
From the golf fields. That's the cap. It looks like a little caddy cap there. Here, hold my clubs. Hold your own.
Yeah,
club.
I'm liking your new setup there, guys. Both of them are very nice.
Thank you. I got my art wall with art and comic books.
Nice.
And sports memorabilia, because I know you're into sports, at least some baseball.
Cool.
Yeah, all the bobbleheads and whatnot up top. Can't see them all, but yep.
Cincinnati Reds, the big red machine. That's what I grew up watching. Look at that background. What do you?
Well, mine has my artwork. Lou Taglietta and Jason Bascom did a commission piece there. And then that's actually my little memorial to my dad, who just passed away in January. And I need to get more stuff in here though, because I keep getting told there's an echoey.
You need a carpet on that floor, is what it is.
To absorb.
At least an area rug that would help to deaden that a little bit.
Hey,
our last place was carpeted. And we went to all hardwood floors. So
I love hardwood floors, though. They're so nice.
It makes it really nice when the doggy has an accident. You don't have to.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Tree?
I've got tile floor, and the tiles are probably, real large.
Like cement tiles.
Through a large portion of the house. So when she gacks up something or something on that, it's just wipe it up.
Yeah.
Hey, Eric and Tree Goblin in the house. Good to see you guys.
Hey, Tree Goblin.
Hey, Tree. I wonder if Tree ever had a tree house. I know he's over there in the UK, but kind
they have trees in the UK. They exist.
They have trees, yeah, and I know he has a bonsai collection. Bonsai tree.
Cool.
Very nice.
I've never had one of those, but
he does some really cool.
I can't remember what happened
sculpture,
to it.
Making those little trees.
Yeah, it's definitely, it takes patience and.
No, Eric, it's not. I gotta wear shades in Arkansas. It's I gotta wear shoes. No shirt, no shoes, no service. Yeah,
right.
Just go out and get yourself.
You know what? I've seen those signs a lot, and I've also seen people ignore them a lot.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, and they're supposed to enforce it, I suppose.
Dude, the other day I went to visit Mama Hawk, and she works in the bakery for a big grocery chain out here. They pay pretty well for that. But I forgot she was filling in on the deli that day, so I walk over to the bakery and I'm looking around. I can't see her anywhere, so I grab one of the girls. I'm like, "Well, hey, where's Mrs. Hawk?" She's like, "Oh, she's over in deli today." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry to bother you." I get ready to walk away. And there's this big old dude standing there with a pit bull puppy in his arms, right over the top of a bunch of fresh baked products and stuff. And he's got like 6 people around him all petting the puppy. So it's like shedding fur everywhere. I'm just like, what the hell is going on? They didn't have no service jacket on or nothing. This thing was obviously only, 10 weeks old or something. But nobody said
Mrs.
nothing. None of the
Liverwurst.
store people said nothing.
I think sometimes
You know,
people just don't think it's worth it anymore because people are so confrontational in public now.
Yeah, I think so. I think people are scared to say anything anymore because, God knows
Mama
what will
Hawk
happen.
comes home and Shadowhawk says, Mrs. Liverwurst. It just doesn't, instead of Mrs.
Yeah,
a
it doesn't work.
Cinnabon, it just doesn't have the same ring to it.
Liverwurst.
I'd rather be in the bakery.
This is pickle loaf.
Yeah.
I am a fan of liverwurst. I do like it.
I knew that.
My
I knew
grandpa
that.
used to eat liverwurst. It's so smelly.
Yeah.
I've had it.
I make what I call poor man's pate out of chicken livers and like bacon and blend it up real good, a bunch of butter in it and stuff, and turn it into like a paste so it's almost like pate or liverwurst. Oh, it's so good.
If you say so.
I'll trust you.
Y'all don't have the same taste I do.
Hi,
hey,
Carrie.
Carrie has changed her icon yet again with another fabulous photo.
Oh, but nothing beats the gator.
Carrie has an infinite amount of icons.
You can always
well, I got to stay home last night, and the plane, the planes are destroying the mosquitoes for us, and they're going out again tonight, but I am one of the only 2 trucks going out tonight, and I'll be staying here in Jonesboro, so local. And Jonesboro is the largest of all the contracts that we do where I live.
Well, that's good.
We got a population of almost around 80,000. During Christmas, it'll swell to over 100,000 with the shoppers coming in, everything, all the smaller towns drive in here to shop. I'm one of those weirdos, Eric. Say no more. I'm not even going to read the rest of it. That's like eating a beef leader. Beef leader? Why can't my mouth work in front of this?
Beef leader.
Beef liver. Beef leader. I don't know.
Beef litter.
About twice a month. A lot of vitamins and minerals. Yeah, like iron. Liver's got a lot of iron in it.
Yeah, see, that's the weird thing is I like liverwurst, liver sausage. Like I said, I make my own poor man's pate stuff, but I don't care for beef liver. Like beef liver with onions, I do no.
Nope.
That's like the classic way.
Yeah, but
my mom
just
used to
take away the liver.
I'd know as soon as I walked in the house because you can smell it, and I'd be like,
I'll tell you what I liked out of the old butcher delis, Shadowhawk, and that was that hot ham.
Oh yeah,
with the little
nice
orange stuff that makes it hot around the edge.
Oh, it's because it was like going bad. They're like, we'll just call it.
Oh yeah,
it's like
it'll have a spicy flavor.
No, 100-year-old egg in China or Japan is old. It's beyond its expiration date. I don't see how people do that.
Call it hot ham.
Or like fermented duck that's like 2 years old or something like that. But I mean, we do aged beef and things like
chicken
that.
Florentine after it's fallen on the floor.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the crazy thing. If you got the right conditions, you can let meat just hang out for quite a while, and it doesn't actually get.
Yeah, I mean, you just cut away the mold and stuff that's on.
Yeah, it gets moldy. You gotta cut the mold out before you eat it. But but it just
whoever figured that out about food? I mean, did they have an original taste
people
tester
that were
went around
starving?
all the time?
I mean, I've always asked this question: who was the first guy that ate a lobster? Because when you pulled that up out of the ocean, you probably had a heart attack and went, "Sea monsters are real."
They used to give that to the poor people because they were considered the cockroach of the sea.
Yeah,
right. But that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's like now they're luxury food, right?
I mean, in the 20th century, the early part of the 20th century, it was considered poor people's food, and now, like Shadowhawk said, it's a luxury. And
like
expensive.
Chicken wings are like that. It kills me how much they charge for chicken wings now.
Yeah. Well, even ribs. Remember that? I mean, back in the day, they used to be slave food. But they gave that stuff to the slaves. I'm not trying to be controversial, but
no, you're right.
Well, that's a first.
Yeah, for once, I'm trying not to be.
Yeah. Yeah, just remember to call her Cinnabon instead of beef liver.
You're gonna have to talk that one over.
Yeah, I don't think you have to remember something like that. I think it just comes natural.
Well, I mean, hopefully she absorbs the smell of her costume and or her, clothing. Because I know when I worked straight out of high school at a Mexican place, I came home smelling like a taco burrito, enchilada mix every day, guacamole,
Oh, dude, one of my very first jobs, I was working at you guys probably never heard of them down south, but we had a Frank's Nursery and Craft up here. It was a big craft store, and they used to sell live Christmas trees every year.
Yeah.
And that was like one of my first part-time jobs when I was like 15. I would come home just stinking like pine sap every night.
That's sticky
business.
That's not a bad smell, though, to be honest.
No, it wasn't. My girlfriend loved it. She was like, I'd come home from work and she'd be like, "Oh, you smell so good." I'm like, I can't stand it. I'm so overwhelmed with it every day.
The car ornament.
Mm-hmm.
We got people.
I was a walking little tree.
Carrie wants to know if you have a new campaign coming up, and Eric says, "Do the Goodstuffs have anything planned for their channel?"
A lot of pressure.
Right, that's a lot, man. Everybody needs to calm down. Just relax.
When's the next cookbook coming? Come on, man.
We do have plans for a book. Just don't know exactly when that's going to be. I don't even want to attempt to give a date. We held back recipes specifically for a second book if we decided to do one. And I think we do want to do one again.
To fill a whole book, I don't think so.
Well, we just have to sit down and figure it out and put it together. But I'm super busy right now, working 40 hours a week, and then going through and doing the real estate.
It would be cool. You could always do like another, maybe do an expanded section of people's suggestions where they send you recipes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some great recipes out there. Under the dessert section, I never knew it was called fruit salad. I always heard it as ambrosia. It's hard to find anybody to do ambrosia the way it was when I was a kid.
The original, like with the shredded
which is
depending on the region, depending on the region of the country, you don't know what is the old original, because then I'm like, people make it differently in different spots, and I'm like, ambrosia, but it's different. And
a lot of people put coconut in it. A lot of people put coconut in it, and in our cookbook, we didn't do coconut.
Yeah, most of the ones that I had growing up didn't have coconut, but then later on I ran.
Mine had the coconut, and they would go the cheap route on some of the fruit and put the fruit cocktail in there already mixed up, and the squishy grapes weren't that great growing up.
Yeah, they never are, not even in a fruit cocktail,
Mm-hmm.
The squishy grapes are like that.
What's up, Ryder? Food stuff here. Get your food stuff.
Ryder.
Hail, pal.
Nutra? A delicacy? What is Nutra?
I don't know.
Nutria? That's those big ass fucking rats, dude.
Yeah, they even work out. Nutria are big rat-like animals.
Rodents of unusual size.
Yeah, they're big like river rats, kind of like
that sounds pleasant.
Yeah, they're nasty, but apparently if you cook them right, they taste good. I don't know. They get pretty big. I don't want
to eat no rodent. Now I have eaten rodent before. It's called squirrel. It's dressed up, gussied up.
Well, they eat little guinea pigs all the time down in what is it, Peru?
Oh God,
Peru, somewhere in South America. They eat the little guinea pigs.
I have fed gerbils. I have fed guinea pigs, and they're both nasty.
I have fed both of those things to my pet snake.
A rodent I would eat if it was prepared to me, because it's probably really clean, like a rabbit. Back in the Western days, they eat a lot of rabbit, jackrabbit, or whatever. That's prairie dog, which would be harder to catch, but they're very clean animals. And only eat. Probably the most controversial thing they would eat is the occasional insect, but mostly grass fed, like a cow
okay.
or a goat.
Yeah.
They do eat like some small critters too, don't they? like little bugs and stuff.
Yeah, bugs.
Yeah, squirrel is good. I've had that. I've had rabbit, deer, raccoon.
I've never had
Never
raccoon.
tried
I don't know that I
possum.
could eat a raccoon. It just doesn't sound right.
No.
Yeah.
Raccoon, apparently you got to know how to cook it. I had a buddy of mine. He was
Yes.
an older,
They eat garbage.
shall we say, old Southern gentleman.
Save me the toothpick is my joke with that one.
Yeah, he told me you
Coons
got to
have a
know how to
toothpick
clean them
if it's a
real well,
male.
and then you got to cook them right. Otherwise, you're not going
They
to
have a peen
Yeah.
bone. Did you know that? That's
A
what we
what?
call a toothpick. A male raccoon has a peen bone, a bone
Oh,
in
yeah.
his peen, and we call that a toothpick around here.
That's weird.
Yeah,
All right.
tell me
Suck
about
on
it.
this toothpick.
Can I have a female,
Sounds
please?
like you got a lot of happy raccoons down in Arkansas.
Right? Talk about
Hey, a
wood.
dumpster. I saw one out. I had a deer jump out in the front of me again. That not that close to shave, but I'm like, man, I'm going 60 because it's 60 through there, right? And it was a doe. There's a lot of does out now. But
Yeah.
you know,
But Eric, we do have some stuff coming up on the channels. Mrs. has something coming up Monday.
On your channel, Mrs. G, because you got your own channel, but you only do things about once a month, right?
I do things
If
like
ever.
never. Yeah.
Never.
I haven't done anything for several months. Many.
Yeah, I haven't seen you guys for a while.
Don't you have a show called The Lushes where you get together and have wine until you're sopping drunk?
No, that was Uncorked, but you know, that's also been on hiatus. I just have had kind of life hit me in the face a little bit and just wanted to take a break and not do it as much. So yeah, I'm gonna do something on my channel on Monday, the crime channel. So it'll be
losing a parent you never get over. I lost my dad 10 years ago, and I'm, you know, it just when you have somebody that's had such an impact on your life and you lose them, you never get over it. You know, I still think, you know, one thing that comforts me, and I think I got this out of the Shack that I and Shadowhawk watched. Remember the Shack, Shadowhawk? Every time you think of somebody in heaven, they kind of glow. So I'm like, I'm thinking of you, Dad. You know, and you know it. You know, or I'm thinking of you, Grandma, or Pawpaw. You know, he died back in '79. I mean, there's so many that I think about that have passed on, and I just think, you know, I'm thinking about you, or I'm sure that's something God knows. It's like God lets you know they're thinking about you after all these years. You know, I don't know. It's just a comfort to me. And I hope all dogs go to heaven because I got a good one right now.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you have going on Monday, Mrs.?
The Idaho 4 Brian Koberger just got sentenced today. So it'll be a murder. It'll be a murder case. Just to just sit, talk about it. I've been following it for a long time. It's finally come to a close, and I'll be.
And you're going to have a special guest with you?
Off my chest. God. Yeah. My brother actually came in town to help take care of my mom and stuff when my dad passed. So he's a true crime junkie like I am, which I recently learned. And so he's going to sit in with me.
Did you ever play the game Clue?
Uh-huh.
I mean,
it was the butler in the dining room with the candlestick.
Or the
it was the candlestick, I thought.
Colonel Mustard.
Mr. Mustard, or Colonel Mustard, Mrs. Scarlet, I think, was one of them.
Yeah, Scarlet, yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Green.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Green.
Mr. Green.
Who can forget about Mr. Green?
It's
like Mr.
I'm still not over Green Jeans passing away. And that was on Hee Haw.
What was that? There was a Violet, too, wasn't there? A Miss
Now,
Violet
there's a murder mystery for you, Mrs.
Probably,
G.
Yeah.
What's that?
Mr. and Mrs. Green Jeans. You know, Green Jeans was on Hee Haw, and both he and his wife were murdered over their money. I think they didn't. This almost sounds like a Gunsmoke thing, you know. See how I worked that in, Carrie? Talk about Gunsmoke.
Thank you.
I'm currently watching all 20 seasons of Gunsmoke, and I'm up to season 17. Woo!
Nice.
Binge watching. And it takes a lot. You know the sister of Richie Cunningham from Happy Days. What's her name? The actress that played his small sister.
Erin Moraine.
Erin. Yeah.
She was in another episode with a very young Jodie Foster that I've watched
Who knew?
last night. Yeah.
Who knew?
And
Jodie
Kurt
Foster-
Russell did a lot. I mean,
Foster,
Kurt Russell and Jodie Foster, I saw them all over the place in like Disney movies. And I don't know that Jodie did as much as he did, but you know, they were all over the place as childhood actors, you know.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah,
I do remember
Courtship of Eddie's father.
And I do plan on firing my channel back up. And I think we're going to do fan theories for movies and TV series.
Oh.
I'm not heavily drinking like I usually do, but today's is Glacier. What is this? It's upside down. Glacier Cherry by Gatorade Zero.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty good one. I've tried that.
That's what I'm doing today.
I don't know what that has to do with doing fan theories, but right on.
Well, people want to know what I'm drinking because
that's a 7-Up. Did you just use a 7-Up bottle?
Say what, Miss G?
Did you just use a 7-Up bottle? Said you're drinking.
I did, yeah. I use, you know, when I'm on the road, I might get I replace these bottles that I mix these up, and I do mix up 2 liters with the mixes, but that's kind of stay at home. This stuff here is like take on the road when I, you know.
So that's for like when you're working to rehydrate because it's so hot.
Yeah, I'll take that instead of going out and spending my money and buying,
washing down the bugs.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, you can't even get something like this for less than $2 now.
No,
it's ridiculous.
No.
You know?
Yeah, they give us those electrolyte packets, flavor packets at work. They're not brand name, but yeah, that gives you the electrolytes that you need, and they have filtered water that's cold on demand. So,
well, I know it's crazy, but I have a drink box collection. You know, that
he just recently started this.
Right. Well, I get them for free, so I'm not going to worry about buying them. I just, I just get those, and they've been giving us bottles of water, and sometimes you get lucky and get Powerade as well.
It's cool the different things when you work at a factory that come around. I remember we had like hearing test, which it was very noisy in there, and even you probably lose some of your hearing because you can have the earplugs in all the time, and it's still, you know, buffering your ears, I'm sure. And then they would have the steel toe boot and shoe people come around.
The truck come around with all the boots. Yeah.
Well, we don't get the truck anymore. They don't pay for that, but they do give us a credit, and we go to the local boot store, and we can up to a certain amount of money. Anything over that, we have to pay. So I always make sure to stay underneath that certain amount of money.
There is a well-known artist out there, and she does artwork with dryer lint.
But has she done it with belly lint? Belly button,
right? Navel, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That would go well. I'm going to try that. Along with my boob sweat.
You might be surprised, man.
Dude, might become I'm use my boob sweat to stick it to the paper.
How do I generate more belly lint? I don't know.
Right. It might take a while to save some of that up.
Just like start putting on sweatshirts with, no t-shirt left and right.
Yeah, don't wash anything after you buy it.
Give me fresh t-shirt.
I can just dab it. I could just dab it on the paper and then put the belly lint right there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, LD's quite the collages. He's put all kinds of stuff. You know, he did a wonderful painting. I never let him let us down. You know, I know he likes to stick stuff on his paintings, like old fossils or rocks or broken glass. But now, Marlboro packs, because he's a smoker. You know, he did this thing called a Joshua tree, and it was a wonderful painting hanging up in his kitchen at the time. And we're talking like 40 years ago. But I come back and he's got like the cellophane and all kinds of stuff sticking to it. And I'm like, what the,
Hey, just good to see you, sir.
But he's definitely a collages. He sticks the weirdest stuff on his paintings sometimes,
Oh, dude, I
Okay.
told you about that one piece I got, right? I got
Boob sweat paint?
early CG. I don't know if you guys. I'd have to show you some art. His name was Matt something or another, and he wasn't really a comic book guy. He was more of a out there artist kind of guy. But he put out a couple of art books and some original art and stuff on a little campaign. And I backed it. He sent me all kinds of crazy shit. And then this one hand done piece. It's probably only like 5x7 or whatever. But I swear it's it's got blood in it. There's ink and paint and God knows what else in this thing.
Uh-oh.
Well, I
I
made the
think I know where you're
mistake.
going with that.
Well, I made the mistake of hanging it up, and it's like a picture of the devil on top of it, right? And I was just decking out all the walls when I was setting up my space. So I'm like, oh, this is original art. I'm afraid to take it down now. It's gonna stay here when I move because I'm never taking it down. There's got to be something wrong.
It'll get mad at you.
Yeah, I don't want to take a chance.
Right. Just don't put a black light to it, like Walter says there. Shadows paint.
Oh, dude, no, I won't even take that anywhere near the. Well, like I said, I'm never gonna move it again, so I won't even touch it anymore. It's just like every time I look at it, it kind of creeps me out. It's just like, ugh.
Shadowhawk says, after Rex's stream, please check out my sketch card videos I'm posting.
Oh, very cool.
YouTube channel.
Check that out.
Yeah, I did a painting of Elsie. He did me, and I did him.
That doesn't sound right, Rex. You need to rework that.
Right.
Somebody clip
Did
that.
we say no homo after it?
No homo. No homo erection. No coon pick.
Oh my goodness.
I did him and he did me. It was no big deal. It was just to relieve stress.
Right. Yeah. But now I was painting him, and I was going through my second divorce, and I was a very angry young man at that point. It was something.
So you were vulnerable and just felt like anything should work.
Well, the painting goes through certain stages. I was going over there and seeing him multiple times a year at that point. This was after, like, in '97 when we kind of got back, and I'd even suffered my fire at that time and lost most of everything except my childhood toys and a few other things. And I was very angry at that time, and you can tell it in the painting. I mean, it still has an intense look to it. If you know Elsie, he's a sweetheart. That's the best way I can put it. One of the best people you'd ever want to meet. Shadowhawk can beat me up on this. I can back me up on this. But the painting would, I would only go so far with it and then bring it home and then go back and work on it some more over his house and then bring it back. And I did that till I actually got it done, But so those early stages, I put it in the closet because it was, so intense looking, and his eyes follow you around the room, even today.
Whoa, that was
sorry.
Shalom, Menachem Begin.
Suddenly we became the Ghost Channel.
Well, ever since
I love that word. Whilst we talk about things not to do with Mr. Goodstuff, offers scratch and sniff stickers. Just say no.
Were you trying to do an accent?
Every now and then I'll break it out.
It sounded like you were trying to do a James Bond or something.
That was Rex's best English accent.
James Bond. Yeah.
Just so you know.
I got to do, since I stayed home last night, I got to do, and it was Tuesday, other than trash day for me, it was topicless, and I actually got to finish my latest Zeitgeist character. I've not done much. I did this the other day on the 18th, kind of a new character there. And I had started at Zeitgeist and got to finish it last night. So there he is.
Oh.
Is that
Talk about
a red and a pinkish color?
Yeah, magenta, and
Magenta.
yeah,
Okay.
and I wanted to sort of give him an aura around him, so I thought, well, let's go with the intense red on top of that. So kind of mixed well. I'm pleased with that. That took a little time to do the back. That's how I started out, was doing the background a couple times in magenta, and then I went in and did the drawing on top of that. So fully colored from edge to edge. Well, if Mrs. G gets another phone call, we can just call the show quits.
He has to leave his phone on, and because of the real estate thing. So a lot of times he gets random calls stuff that he has to take now. So
yeah, it's kind of like being a doctor or a lawyer, right? You never know when you're going to get a call from a client.
You could miss a sale or something if you're not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't want to do that shit.
I guess maybe posh English, Carrie. I don't know what it is. It's just,
especially if all you got to do is like answer the phone and give them the code, for the little lockbox, so that they can go walk through the house, something like that. You don't want to lose the sale over it.
Yeah, true. Rex, you sounded like Mr. Howe from Gilligan's Island. That's what it was.
Maybe. Yeah. Ralph what was his name? Backus? What was his first name?
Jim Backus.
Jim Backus. Yeah, he was also Mr. Magoo.
Love it.
I love Mr. Magoo. Yeah.
Lovey.
Oh, Lovey.
I say, Lovey, make me a sandwich. So that.
I gotta start doing that to Mama. Come around. Lovey.
My little Cinnabon. My beef liver.
She'll smack the shit on me.
No doubt. Pound, 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 pound. Nobody in England talks like that.
I told her earlier, I was like, Rex wants to start calling you Cinnabon, and she just looked at me all crazy and went, what? Never
well, I mean, you have to turn the knob when you say that. That way she knows you're not serious.
No,
I'll let you figure out what the knob
names you could call her.
Yeah.
I tune in the radio on Mama Huck all the time. Trust
me. Let the original Dr. No.
You got volume and tuning. Oh, wait, a little static.
You're Dr. No to my Bond. I say let's go home and bond.
Do you expect me to talk? No, I expect you to die.
I expect you to die, Mr. Bond. You always leave out the Mr. Bond. Yeah. Yeah, that was Goldfinger.
I don't feel that a supervillain should give you that much respect to call you Mister. That's just counterintuitive to a supervillain.
Hey man, he's got a laser getting ready to hack him in half.
He should be like, I expect you to die, fuckhead. Not Mr.
I mean, that's the thing. It was all sexualized, right? I mean, a laser was going to hit his peen.
It's going to start on his nuts.
Yeah, right.
Oh my.
Roast
well, it probably would have been doing him a favor because he was
how did he get out of it? He knew he had heard the code word Grand Slam.
I forgot about that part. Yeah, that's right. Isn't it?
Yeah. Damn it.
Dude, all those movies
you got me, Carrie says. What? Did you take a drink? Try and take another drink?
Sorry, Carrie.
I love trying to get people to spew, They're like, what?
No, somebody cut that.
It's spewy.
If I get someone to spew and they say, damn it, that Coke went up my nose, and I've done my job.
All right, dude, Miss Goodstuff, do you remember that old Fox shows when they first started?
Like on the channel Fox?
The Fox network, like back when they first started, like Herman's Head and The Simpsons and Tracy Ullman, all that shit.
Yeah.
There was a show on there with that weird ass comic that used to be on David Letterman. He started out as like the guy under the stairs or whatever it was, and he had he was kind of bald, kind of reddish hair, and he lived at home with his dad. He was like this perpetual loser, right? He's in his mid-30s. at some point in the show, like the second or third season, he got a little alien friend, and his name was Spewy. And every time he got excited, he would just like start ejecting like vanilla fucking pudding out of all of
I
his
don't
pores
remember
on
this
his
at
body.
all.
Wow.
Good stuff. Do you remember that one?
What's that?
I forget what the
He's talking about
God,
a show. Like,
what was the name of the show? Something. It was that sad sack comedian dude, and he was on the Fox network when they first started. And he had the
And
show. He
David
lived at
Letterman.
home with his dad, and he was always just like, this perpetual. He was on David Letterman for quite a couple of years before Fox Network started. He would pop up in little skits on Letterman's show.
You're talking
The
about
man
Titus?
under the stairs, he said.
Something.
No, he's not talking about Titus. That's
something life. Fucking.
because he was
And it's
saying
not
it was
Carrot
all
Top.
in,
Yeah,
like,
Chris Elliott, Eric Boyd's talking about Chris Elliott. Talking about Paperboy.
Is it Chris Elliott? Yeah, the guy that did. He was Cabin Boy.
Oh,
Yeah. He was he played the Paperboy on that show.
Yeah. He was a paper boy. Yeah, and then he
Eric
at some point he got this alien buddy that he was calling Spewy, and he would just like every time he got excited, he would eject fluids like out of all of his like hole, and it was just
there was something where the
That's
signal
orphans
for
to
him
you,
to
buddy.
signal him was the dead animal on his face while he was out front spinning around singing Mr. Bojangles.
How the hell do you remember this stuff?
How do you not remember something like that?
I
A
don't
dude
know.
with a dead animal on his face,
I don't
arms
think I
out,
saw
spinning
it.
around, singing Mr. Bojangles. You have to remember that.
It's a signal to another world.
Did you say bag over his face? Because on the Gong Show, there used to be and other places there used to be the
it was a
unknown
dead animal,
comedian.
like a dead cat, maybe.
It was like a dead cat or something. I
I
forget
think it
what
was a
the
dead
fuck it was.
cat. And at the end of the show,
No, that was Howard
credits
Cosell
were
with his
rolling over
rug.
top of him doing that. He was out in the front yard spinning around with the dead cat on his face, singing Mr. Bojangles.
That's fucking amazing.
Yes.
Now, what did you two do for 4th of July? Anything special?
I got naked.
Oh, for the love.
And I shot.
Cool.
No, I'm kidding. That's not what happened.
find
We
the
smoked
link?
ribs. We smoked some beef ribs, which were fantastic, and some country style boneless pork.
Barbecue ribs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, which do you?
My biggest problem
prefer?
with
Do you
smoking ribs
prefer-
is trying to light them. It's like,
Yeah, they're tough, but they taste delicious when you finally get them going.
when you finally get them smoking, they're like really good, and they last like a Cuban cigar. It's like it takes a while.
Oh, Eric got it. Get a life.
I was just starting to look it up. I was trying to look for a picture of this.
I like to ask, do you prefer pork ribs? Because I think most people down here prefer pork ribs other than beef ribs.
Get a life. That's what it was.
Yes. Really well. I don't know. Pork ribs are easier to find that are good. Mm-hmm. Beef ribs are super hard to find that actually have a good amount of meat on them. Yeah, that's difficult. So, in general, I'd say I like pork ribs better. Excuse me, just because.
Well, I found the problem is too is because all of this healthy eating supposed bullshit. They started, trimming the meat differently. You don't get as much fat as you used to. So you can't find a beef rib that has like any fat on it. There's like barely anything there. And the more fat, the better. Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Spewy.
This guy did play. Remember, he played the pirate on the Doritos commercial.
Yeah.
He's played a lot of shit. He played in
oh God, that's like hitting in the eye pretty hard too. Look at that.
Yeah, he got the money shot.
I bet that was fun.
That's a money shot.
Oh yeah, it was called Get a Life. Thank you, Eric, for looking that up. That show was off the wall, man. It was just like, whoa.
I remember I thought he was funny in something about Mary.
I just remember him.
He's the one that looked it up. He's like, "What the fuck?"
I know I saw him in a number of things, but the only thing I really remember him in is that Dorito commercial. for Doritos. He was a pirate.
Yeah, I like he came out of nowhere when I like a Fox show for me because I'd seen him a few times on Letterman. You know, he would make like a little skit appearance or whatever.
Right.
I knew he was supposed to be like a stand-up comic or something, but like all of a sudden he had this show, and it was just like one of the weirdest. That dude's got a very off-the-wall sense of humor, man. It's not like it's not normal.
Here we go. This is my favorite.
What?
Yes.
Oh God! Yeah, take my little hand. Oh shit! I forgot about.
Now, what movie was this from?
Scary
movie.
Scary movie.
It's a spoof of the Scream. It's a spoof of the
That
Scream.
was the Wayans brothers did these. They're like the spoofs of all the.
If they did a remake of Rocky Horror Picture Show, he would have fit right in.
Oh, dude, yeah, doesn't he look just like fucking whatchamacallit, Rat Boy? I forgot what his name was. Shit, I know it. I remember doing the time.
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I just like that one of the actors that played Blofeld from James Bond was in that. It's just a jump to the left.
And there's something
great
to the
British
right.
Put
your hands on your cocks.
Now, did you ever go to the movie and throw like toilet paper and other things at the screen? Because that used to be something, midnight showings, and I felt sorry for them.
I never went, but I heard the rumors, and it sounded pretty gay, so I never went.
Yeah.
Oh,
it did.
I went once, but it was pretty mild. It was kind of the thing to do years after it had been released to go to.
I heard stories like if it's your first time there, they make you stick your hand in a jar of mayonnaise and pull out a condom.
You just hate me.
I never had that happen, but we used to do
that's what I heard. I'm telling you,
we used to do the squirt guns and the jelly and the toast.
You lost me at Mayo.
It was at the the Esquire down there in Clifton is where they used to do it. And they would act it out. There would be people jumping up on screen, acting it out and shit. And then I was saying throwing jizz on the screen and whatnot.
I was one of the people, or I was over doing probably more than a few times when I was younger. I was kind of over on the Halloween room at Halloween in our old gym. It's no longer there now. They tore it down. Our old basketball gym. Talk about wood floors. It had a wood floor. But we would get like peeled grapes for like eyeballs and other things like that, where you would put your hands in. And I remember we used shells for bones,
for intestines.
Right.
Yeah, things. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, where you put
ground
your hand
beef
in
for
there
brains.
and you give them little wipies.
Yeah.
We just used to use real brains for brains because they were cheap.
That does make sense. Ain't nothing wrong with this brain.
Dude, I'm in the middle of corn and cattle country, kind of. So we always had a lot of good butcher shops. You can get brains for next to nothing, man. So you just get a big old plate.
You like corned beef?
Oh, dude, corned beef is the shit.
I like corned beef.
Yeah,
done proper, it is delicious.
Yeah, as long as it's not tough.
Corned beef and hash is.
I do a combination of roasting, smoking, and steaming on my corned beef, and comes out so far.
I use Guinness.
Oh no!
Shadowhawk is now. It is confirmed he is saving money on charcoal, and he's been actually cooking on his sidewalk of late. It's so hot out there.
Yeah. The last few days, dude, I haven't had to light the grill whatsoever. I just throw the meat right on the fucking concrete.
Right, just
on
like
the car hood or something.
Vegas vacation. Through the chicken on the stone.
Hope somebody's yard catches on fire. Quick, baby, grab the wieners.
Right.
Hey, grabbing the wiener.
Grilled dog.
I got a wiener for you to grab.
Oh, zip it.
This year, I was not pleasantly surprised. I spray the fireworks show every year. We've got this newer guy that's been there like 2 years, and he's like really pushing hard because there's no need to go out there on 4th of July. There's no need. It's a waste. Well, it is where he went, but now I can get away from the people. So I hope he doesn't like cut me out of a day and time and a half next year. Because next year I said it's going to be big because it's 250-year-old America celebration, right?
This
So
guy
they're
trying to
going to be
brown
big.
nose the
This year
fucking company or something?
No, he's right. You spray the people. You can't get you need to do a good pre-spray and leave it at that, like the night before. He is
Well, you
right
guys should
about
go out
that.
the night before. You know,
We
you should be
do.
out
We
there
do.
July 3rd, not
We do.
not
Like this
before.
year, I did a good pre-spray. It took me about
But
hour and a half,
that'll
2 hours.
cost
I
you
can't
that
remember.
overtime anyway, Rex. If you know.
Well, now see, I can get away from the people. They have a big outside sports complex, and I don't even have to get near to the people like from the fire department and everything that's doing the fireworks. This year they only had like 17 minutes or something like that, 17, 18 minutes of fireworks. And usually they do about an hour or under an hour. And it's like, it was pitiful this year. Pitiful. They didn't even have, maybe it was because Jonesboro was having a big one this year, and they'll all have a big one next year. But maybe they just didn't have much of a budget for fireworks. But see, he's hitting it. He really was. He talked to the mayor here in town because he knows the mayor. He said we're just wasting our time, and he told the boss that. And I'm just like, man, fine, that's fine for you, but I don't even have to get around the people. You know, I don't cut me out of a day's work for next year just because you think it's a waste of time for any of the other places, you know.
Well,
Just
this
go
dude is like
thrower.
friends with the mayor and shit. He probably don't even need this job, dude. It's probably
He doesn't. He's like 78 years old. He's the guy that
oh
you know
Jesus,
that
man, go
he
fucking
kind of
retire,
volunteered to
dude.
go to Atlanta, but you know, he's the guy that really Ted was telling me, well, I don't mean to be an ageist, but we're going to be doing a lot of work. And hell, that job almost crippled me. I mean, I had Shadowhawk knees swollen, you know, after that job. And
Yeah,
it was, I could
I know
barely walk.
you were wiped for like 3-4
I,
days after you got
oh
home,
yeah.
dude.
And I took a few days even extra, even before I started streaming again. And I was still wiped out, a week or 2 weeks later. It really took its toll on me, you know. It was
That's
fun.
all right. Homer and I carried on while you took time off, you lazy
Yeah.
bastard.
Yeah. Went to get to see Doc Blaylock over there. Still not over that one. But
No, that was
Doc
cool.
Blaylock,
Well,
damn it.
and then you got to get Abby taken care of too on your way back home, which
yeah,
was very
absolutely got her partially taken care of. And then recently at the vet, she had her
cool. Yeah.
belly surgery and teeth cleaned. And
So she's all good
four,
now, right? She's 100%
yeah,
clean bill of health
she's
now.
except for that little heart murmur and you hear her, and that's just
Right.
always going to be with her. I give her medicine twice a day for that, 12 hours apart.
Well, I mean, for her age, dude, that's not bad, especially for a smaller dog,
Yeah, Elsie's daughter said it'll be about $300 and something dollars to check her other organs and stuff, and I said do it, no hesitation. And fortunately they did it and really didn't charge me. I mean, I saved a lot of money going to Jackson, and dealing with that vet. Thought I lost her medicine and they mailed me some more, not everything. And then Elsie found the other stuff and sent it to me. So she's good on that. And then I just need to find a good online place to buy her medicine from instead of the local vet, because it's probably going to be more expensive to buy it locally here, at least through him. So. Good segue.
That was a quick turnaround, Eric. You didn't even finish typing your own sentence before you done it.
It's horrifying. My mother likes liver, by the way. And it does always, once it's cooked, it looks pretty good to me. But I've never chanced it. I do like onion.
I can't do it.
I've tried sweetbreads too, which are basically
I did.
And other.
The little turtle he blew out, but I've gotten a box turtle.
I don't really care for those that much. I'll eat them if I have to, but
if it comes down to it, and it's the end of the world type scenario, I'll pretty much probably eat whatever to stay alive.
Meat and stuff like that is
got
the most vitamins.
At some point,
animals
you're gonna eat anything.
I'll figure out a way to cook it to make it taste all right.
Yeah.
Mm.
Have you ever had chitlins?
Nope.
I've had them.
Again, if it's the end of the world, I need to eat something. Yeah.
When I worked at the first rescue mission, I worked at 3 in total. One of them was the Salvation Army rescue mission. We got in like 5 gallons of chitlins all the time, and I never. They stink. They say, and you got to clean them. I guess.
Chicken livers, is that what those are?
We get oxtail.
And chitlins are not the same.
I've heard
chitlins
that oxtail's
are
good, but I never had a chance cooking it. Walmart would donate. You get donations from different places, like day-old donuts and stuff like that.
Ain't nothing wrong with a day-old donut.
And you just have to go pick it up. I remember we got a lot of that stuff through the jail. The jail would get stuff from Walmart over stuff that's out of date, slightly out of date, but still edible. Like oxtail. We got oxtail all the time. But I would go to the jail over there and
I need to eat some oxtail. I haven't yet. I want to try it.
Yeah. I would try it nowadays.
Oh,
when I went to Atlanta, I got adventuresome and tried alligator for the first time. Alligator tail.
Yeah, alligator ain't bad. It's all right.
That was good.
I've never had it.
I have eaten some exotic jerky. This isn't it. I actually say the other night, when I went to get my, I was looking for drink boxes and at Hayes Grocery, and they had like the buffalo bobs there. Okay. Buffalo. So I got some buffalo jerky. I love bison. And I got some ostrich. And I've had it before. So this same brand, but they're very hard to find. It's more exotic meat. They got like alligator.
I've had ostrich steaks.
Is that good?
It's very extremely lean. Okay. So there's not a shit ton of flavor. I look weird.
Okay. Well, yes, but we let you on anyway. You're often solo on camera, so I know you're not shy. Yeah. And Mrs. G is always commenting you on your rugged good looks because you started out kind of like Doc Blaylock as a redhead.
Yeah, I still have red hair.
Oh, I know you do once you take the cap off. Yeah.
A little bit on top there, yeah.
Yep, right there. That's red.
That's Carrot Top.
The comedian. Yeah, it used to be a lot brighter when I was younger, but
his father is Ron Howard, confirmed. Because he's a Carrot Top. Yeah, Ron Howard was in an episode a few seasons back of Gunsmoke.
Oh, I thought you were going to say of your show here. That would have been cool.
No, we haven't.
The 4 O'Clock Shadow. He was on an episode of 4 O'Clock Shadow a couple years back.
Well, the 4 O'Clock Shadow is a play off the 5 O'Clock Shadow.
Right, which is similar to the 6 O'Clock Shadow, but slightly less.
Now, I've never heard of the 6 O'Clock Shadow.
He likes to make shit up.
Don't necessarily believe everything that I say.
Or
please, you're triggering me, Mrs. G. It's like I'm in court getting divorced again. That's what she said about me. He makes shit up.
Yeah, but he admits it.
Yeah. And then I'm just like at the chimpanzee at the zoo. I'm throwing my poo at her. The judge didn't like that.
Oh,
probably
yeah.
not going to work out for you if that's what you're doing.
Probably not going to work out. Right. Yeah, that's what the judge said. Probably not going to work out. Restraining order confirmed.
Done.
Yeah, you're toast, buddy. Yeah, it's the female has all the rights in this state, when it comes to children, custody, and stuff like that. She's almost got to be strung out on crack cocaine for the male member to get the family,
And sometimes that doesn't even work.
Yeah, sometimes that doesn't even work, sadly. Yeah. We're it's slower pace. If I lived up where you went, I'd go see the Creation Museum. That's got to be awesome. They've even got a replica of Noah's Ark up there. That's got to be awesome.
I've heard rumors.
Yeah.
That I have.
It's like
you're kind of around the birthplace, like Cincinnati and all that, of where comics were big. I mean, that's where Superman, the creators of Superman, lived, was Cincinnati. And
I didn't know that. That's awesome. We're pretty cool though, so it makes
Superman's
sense.
the trigger point. When Action Comics #1 came out, that changed comics forever. I mean,
Larry Flint had a strip club here in Cincinnati.
Oh, did he? Okay,
he
Larry Flint of Hustler magazine. Yeah.
Yes, that's the one. Yeah, they lived in northern Kentucky.
Got shot. Got paralyzed, right?
Yep, that is correct. Yeah. But yeah,
what was the story behind that? Was that just a chick that was mad at him or something?
I think it was like an anti-porn radical, but I don't remember.
Okay. Yeah, because he was very controversial at the time.
Oh,
If you were, and I haven't seen a Hustler magazine since I was a kid. But my cousin had it. I never had it,
Right. I had a friend. I was holding it for him, I swear.
Why are the pages stuck together here? What the hell? Anyway, he had a little bitty shed, and we kept the copy of it underneath the shed because if his mom found out, she'd wallop everybody in the house.
Eric, it is on the list, but no, we have not been. But yes, I definitely want to. It's up there in Cleveland. It's close to us, about 4 hours away, 3.5, 4 hours.
Too easy.
Now, do you have like a Hard Rock Cafe anywhere around there?
We have a Hard Rock Cafe casino.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't have.
Well, those are neat to visit because they've got all the rock and roll memorabilia. I've been to at least one, and it's neat to see the autographed items and the historical musical.
I think we went to one in Myrtle Beach, right? This isn't in Gatlinburg, maybe.
Hollywood, wasn't it?
What was it?
Hollywood.
Oh, was that Planet Hollywood? I thought we went to because there was one we went to in Gatlinburg, and then there was another one that we went to in Myrtle Beach. I think Myrtle Beach was Hard Rock Cafe, and I think Planet Hollywood was Gatlinburg.
Yes, or vice versa, because now I'm remembering.
It's whores or vice versa.
We went with your parents.
They have different things around the country. Chevy Chase showed me this in the movies. The world's largest ball of twine. Things like that.
Yep, that was Vacation, National Lampoon's Vacation.
Yeah, I like that they go to the Grand Canyon
and then the Mud House
in a line, and he's like, "Okay, let's go. We're gonna go on to the next thing." It's a
well,
big
he just robbed the hotel.
Yeah,
kinda. Yeah. He left a check, but he took all their cash.
Yeah, the posse's right behind us. We got to go. He was always in a hurry,
Yeah, Shadow is talking about Cincinnati chili. In the chat, he said that he didn't like it that much. It's very soupy. He said he likes his chili a lot thicker, and that's because Cincinnati chili. It's a Greek recipe.
Yeah, it's a Greek style
from a Greek family that came over.
Yeah, it's got cinnamon flavors in it, chocolate flavors almost.
Wow. It is really soupy, but it's not intended for you to just have a bowl with like spoonfuls of chili. It's meant to go over the spaghetti noodles.
I didn't
and
buy
then
any.
With tons of cheese, and it
I saw when
it's great.
I saw the
on
Wendy's. I went to the grocery store last night, and one that I normally don't go to. I used to go to it a lot because I lived over in that area. And you know, even back in the day, got comic books there when they had books. Uh, and I know they still had some like around 9/11, because I remember I got a magazine on the Twin Towers from there years ago in the early 2000s, and they still had a few comic books there. That was one of the few last places that you could find any. But I noticed that Wendy's, and I've probably seen this before, but I haven't seen it in a while. They had their canned chili, you know. I thought, well, that'd be cool. I don't know that I like Wendy's chili that much to buy any, but they had another product that I never saw before. I was tempted to get one example. They had different brands like cinnamon and things like that. Eggo is doing coffee now.
Huh.
They do like the different,
yeah, I've seen
like
them in the
blueberry coffee and cinnamon coffee and chocolate and different things like that. But Eggo, like Let Go My Eggo, you know, waffles, is doing coffee now.
Eric, if you just let that chili simmer without a lid on it, it'll thicken on its own, and you won't have to add anything like that.
Without beans, how dare you?
I
like the
chili
beans
with beans. I prefer it with beans.
I do too, even on a hot dog. Sorry, folks, but
I eat peanut butter sandwiches with my chili. Peanut butter with or without jelly.
well, now it's amazing that you don't see. You know, chili is traditionally beef, but you could do chili with turkey. You could do it with chicken. You could do it with other meats.
Sausage.
You could do it with ostrich.
Sausage. We did it with pulled pork before. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Ooh,
white
yeah.
meat chicken chili. Yeah.
Definitely chili with smoked pulled pork. Oh, ooh. Or brisket might be a little chewy, but you could do it with that, you know.
Well, if your brisket's chewy, then you did something wrong.
Right. Yeah.
Don't do it chewy. But yeah, you can put brisket in that shit. I like also doing like the stew beef. You know what I'm talking about, like the chunks.
Mm-hmm.
And cut them up, sear them off, and throw that in the throw it in there with it.
With roast beef, for that matter, or corned beef.
Roast beef, sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. You know, slow cooked, pressure cooked with the carrots, and my mother would. I don't know how she ever got the flour to adhere to the potato. I've tried it myself, but the roux at the bottom, the drippings, the stuff that was high calorie count, and just sop that up with bread. Don't even give me any vegetables or roast. Just give me that gravy, you know, thickened by that. Now I shared something the other day. You put in like a if you're deep frying French fries, you put in like a good spoonful of flour in that hot oil, and then that'll adhere itself right. Have you ever tried that?
No, I haven't.
It's supposed to make it crispy, you know, and I guess the flour adheres on the outside of the potato.
Interesting.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
That's how maybe that's how they do
you might have to try that, just like a spoonful of flour in the hot oil, and then put your wedges in there and see if it works. I know flour is good for putting out grease fires.
Yes, I've heard that.
Mm-hmm. When I lived over at my apartment, the place before here, it was a building built in the 1800s, late 1880s, and in the back they had another section that they added on to the original building. I think it was completed in like 1912. I lived there, I know, back in 2012, so it's 100-year anniversary. I was still living there. And as a young kid, I would go in there. It used to be a barber shop for many years. I get my hair cut. And it was really neat because it had the tin ceiling rather. And it had like the little women's face, you know, with the little period stuff, you know. And I remember one of the faces had 3 holes in it where somebody had shot it back in the day.
Yeah, that's so cool.
So it was like an old Wild West, you know, place where you get your haircut shut. It used to be a bar downstairs with gambling upstairs. On the original flooring, they had little cubby holes where they keep the money in the floor. Isn't that wild?
That's awesome. I love places like that. There's a place in Bardstown, Kentucky, which is just about 2 hours south of us, that has a tavern that we've been in there a couple of times, but it's got bed and breakfast, like, well, I guess they're hotel rooms, whatever, rooms upstairs, but the original part of the building, there's some parts of the building that are preserved where there's gunshots in the wall from Jesse James, because Jesse James actually stayed there. A couple of presidents stayed there back in the day. But the
I'm
tavern
actually related to him.
You can go there and eat and all of that too, and sit down.
Eric, I thought it was poker in the front, liquor in the rear.
But it has all kinds of preserved museum-like things, like throughout the building and stuff too. It's cool.
Oh yeah, yeah. The
Where's that at? Didn't we go there?
Bardstown, yeah, because Rex was talking about a barber shop.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember where it was, but yes, we've been there a couple times.
Yeah, right.
Poker in the rear, Eric. That gets you in trouble. Especially if you don't use your mayonnaise condom.
Gross.
Gross.
Got to use that Kentucky jelly.
Okay.
That KY jelly, Kentucky jelly.
Speaking of Rex, you're gonna have to share this. Speaking of mayonnaise, ever heard of Fancy Hanks?
Fancy Hanks. Original.
I was trying to look for a gross picture of mayonnaise just to creep out.
Why? You guys might not know it, but I have an aversion to mayonnaise. I hate mayonnaise.
I know you do.
It's my kryptonite. I do not like mayonnaise or Miracle Whip or any of that.
I don't like Miracle Whip. I'm with you.
I imagine that. I imagine probably the only way that I get any mayonnaise or anything like that is probably in coleslaw when I have a barbecue.
Yeah,
that's probably the only way, and I can barely tolerate that.
Most dressings are a mayonnaise base. So if you eat dressings,
I don't eat dressings.
No,
I don't do any dressings. But now, the barbecue place that was so good here for like over 30 years, and it was in Wynn, so it's like about an hour away from here. It was so good, people were coming from West Memphis and Memphis to eat there. Yeah, and they're supposed to be one of the big meccas for barbecue, and besides a Rendezvous, which I know you guys know.
Yes, yeah, that was good stuff.
Yeah, and you get to go down in the basement area and everything, and it's a nice little place. I guess from high school years, it's been a while since I've been over there, but and they have a barbecue festival every year, but you can't. All the good barbecue is for the judges to taste. They don't give you anything decent worth to eat or go. Here's a barbecue festival where you can't eat hardly any of the barbecue. There was only 3 places, and then it was all me. If you do a good barbecue, I don't think you need sauce. Although if I have a sauce, I like a sweet sauce. But I don't think this other place, they actually put some kind of dressing and had like a mustard slaw for their pulled pork barbecue.
Yeah. I like this vinegar slaw. Vinegar slaws are good.
I guess that recipe is going to be lost for all time because they sold out, and the guy that's there, I've not even chanced him a second time because when he was in the other location, it was pitiful dishwater barbecue. It was, out of a crock pot. They were just getting started, I know, but if he's got no better taste than that, I don't want to try him a second time. Now, maybe the only thing that intrigues me is that he might have sold the recipe to this guy that bought him out, and maybe he's making it the way they did. I don't know. Haven't got the gumption up to try him again, because it was pitiful.
I believe there's a coleslaw recipe in our cookbook, Eric.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, your Shadowhawk's got one of your cutting boards.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Now that was laser engraved, right?
Flying Feline did it. Yes.
Yeah.
She did
Yeah, she's doing these like book stands now. Have you seen those?
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Those are cool. I'd like to buy 2. So if I did a convention, I would have like Momentum Comics or something like that, and something maybe saying Devil Flyer on it or something, and just put one on each side of the table.
There you go.
She does a good job of that.
Oh, and Eric Burn Ends will be in the next cookbook when we do one.
Burn Ends,
yeah. Say do. But my burn ends are better than any burn ends I've ever had anywhere. I've tried a shit ton of burn ends.
You can get it where it's carcinogenic, where it's so bad. I've had that with fat and stuff, almost make you sick.
My burn ends are fantastic. It's like candied beef that melts in your mouth.
I would trust your cooking, Good Stuff. I would trust your cooking.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I do a lot.
But now some of these yahoos that think that they can do barbecue, it is really an art form. It's hard to find, and I find the very small mom and pop places that were so prevalent. But back then, when I was a little kid, what got me on barbecue and onion rings? Oh, I love a good beer battered onion ring, or any kind of onion ring that's done well. My dad worked at Lone Star, and when I was like 2-3 years old, I would go out on the road. In fact, a lot of like where I'd go down and spray. When the first time I went down there, and they've got a street that goes under the railroad, which is unusual, and they have a sign up there that says "Welcome to Wynn, the place with a smile." And I said, I've been here before, and I was like 2 years old with my dad.
Yeah,
we would get there. It's amazing. It brought back memories. We would get there. That would be our last stop. We would actually go through Wynn underneath that train track that had that sign. That's what I remembered. And we would go to a little place called Cody, about 5 miles out of their city limit, and deliver tires. And then we would come back, and we wouldn't get there. It would be getting dark by that time, or dark about 6:30 in the evening, depending on what time of year it was. But that's where I would go to get my barbecue. It was an old Dairy Queen styled, place. Like the old Dairy Queens,
Yeah.
Speaking of food, Mrs., weren't you going to cook dinner?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's about that time.
We always get hungry.
I'm starving now.
My chat leaves like piranha. They're like, I got to go find something to eat.
Good Stuff has to go to bed at like 8 o'clock, so it's a little late.
Yeah, you need to start dinner, woman.
Do you two have pets?
Mm-hmm.
Pets, yeah.
Did they make the transition to new house? Okay.
Well, we had one.
We had one that came with us, and then we got one. We got a puppy the weekend that we moved in.
Hey, August.
Hello.
What's up, August?
See, he admits it. I'm going to leave this up here. He admits it.
But yeah, we brought one with us, and she's adjusted fine. And then, like I said, we moved in on a Friday, and on a Sunday we got a puppy. So he's adjusting just fine. Because it's
2 days.
Yeah.
But all right, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get started on dinner.
Thank
Rex,
you. I'm starving.
Thank you Rex, thank you so much for inviting us.
Oh, no problem, Axel.
Yes. I'm gonna.
Yeah, it's an inside joke. I remember. So what is going to be for dinner? Do you have a clue yet?
Cheddar Mets, I think.
Yes. Cheddar Mets.
And I don't know what else yet.
What is cheddar Mets? What
is Mets filled with cheddar cheese?
Brats and Mets.
Yeah.
It's what now? It's what?
Sausages.
Like sausages. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like a brat.
Yeah, with cheddar in
it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's
you'll make him a sandwich, woman.
It's sort of a sandwich. It's got bread and it's got meat. It's good enough. All right, Rex.
And we have potato salad. So there's that too.
Thank you, Mrs.
I'm
G.
trying to leave and say goodbye to Rex.
Oh, okay,
you
go
want
ahead.
Me to cook dinner? Shut up.
Say goodbye.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Now, do you like get a good glass of wine with your meals? Good stuff.
Sometimes. I like a good red Zen. Pinot Noir is good, as well as a Malbec or maybe even a red blend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like red wine, not so much white wine. I guess I could drink a Pinot Grigio from time to time, maybe, but I'm not huge into white wine.
At the barbecue festivals, you see a lot of presentation is a big part of it, where they set the place where the judges are going to eat their meal, and they serve wine and things like that with the barbecue.
Yeah.
Real fancy, but the people trying to buy the barbecue that's actually coming to the festival for the music. I got to see Chuck Berry at one.
Oh, that's nice.
I got to see at another, I don't know if that was a barbecue festival, but it was I got to see Mr. Great Balls of Fire. In fact, just briefly, he was playing piano, and that's what he was ending his portion of the show. We went out to eat, and we were like seniors in high school, I think, back in '84.
Yeah.
And we arrived late to see Jerry Lee Lewis, but we got to see Bo Diddley, and we got to see Chuck Berry. And then later, a few years later, and he was in his early 80s by then, and he was still rocking it. We got to see Chuck Berry again at one of the barbecue festivals. But
that's awesome.
I didn't stay for it because I'd already seen him. I didn't stay for all of it. But I went there for good Q and never did find it. I went 2 or 3 times and never could find any good barbecue. You would have been better off going to one of the local restaurants like Rendezvous or something to get your barbecue.
We went to Memphis, and I think we hit 4 barbecue places.
Did you?
Yeah, we hit.
What's neat is I actually have a magazine around here, and I don't know where it is now because I've kind of shifted things around, but a magazine that we produced when I worked at World Color and printing factory, and that was my factory experience. Never again.
What's up, Dave?
We worked 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We didn't get one day off. If you wanted to work. Now I know if you had enough hours, sometimes you could opt out, but they were taking on more contracts that they could really do, and fulfill. They were trying to build it up to sell it off, which they eventually did. So they were working us into the dust. 3.5, about a little over 3 years there, 3 years, 3 months. I worked there.
Yeah.
I think I was the only person they fired and then got to come back.
Oh, wow.
Because I threatened to sue them, which, I didn't have money to sue them. I ran a bluff on them, but, they were happy to, at least the higher ups were, glad to get rid of me, by the time. But I put in a lot of work at that factory, but I forget what my point was about the factory work, but we did a magazine. It was like one of the travel magazines that you get on an airlines.
Yeah.
For the airline. And we did a who's got the best barbecue or whatever. They had like Corky's and other places. Tops Barbecue is big in Memphis, or used to be. They've got one in West Memphis on West Memphis is in Arkansas, right before you go over the bridge to get to Memphis. They've got a Tops that's been there for probably at least 60 years. Back in the 60s is when it opened up. So, they did like deep fried pearl onions, like you would get with a martini. That was pretty good for a limited time. It must have been expensive for them to do because pearl onions are not. I mean, I guess you could buy them wholesale somewhere, but most pearl onions you get are for cocktails and stuff, and those are fairly expensive. But they were battering those up and deep frying them.
Yeah.
I love a good onion ring or anything onion based,
Yeah. You like onion bombs then.
We had a place called Hollywood Grill here, and he went to high school with Elvis Presley. So he had pictures of him and Elvis as you came in the Hollywood Grill. And he might have done some work out in Hollywood, I think. But now this was kind of like his retirement thing. I guess he opened up the Hollywood Grill here in town years and years ago, and it stayed in business maybe for about 10 years and then finally folded. But the way he would do it was onion rings on a dowel, on a rod, big to small.
Yeah.
That was an interesting way to present it. I think a lot of people have done that. I've seen that since at different restaurants.
That's been done a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in Memphis. We went to Central Barbecue. We went to Marlowe's. We went to Rendezvous, and there was one other one we went to.
I remember one of the other things. I think it's called Payne's Barbecue. I'm not sure, which is not a great name for a barbecue place, Payne's, but it's not spelled like, Payne.
Right.
It's Paynes. And I might be wrong about the name. I'd have to have the magazine here that we did. But and they didn't just cover Memphis barbecue. They covered like South Carolina, Texas, Kansas City. They all claim to have the best barbecue, right? But now one of the things that caught my eye in Memphis was a place, I think it was Payne's, I'm not sure, but they did barbecue bologna. Now I would go for that. Bologna's kind of a trash meat, but my father loved bologna.
I love bologna.
I can eat it fried or unfried,
I've never eaten it fried. That just doesn't sound good to me. I just
really?
always had it cold. Okay. Yeah.
Well, you always want to split it so it doesn't like comb it up, because if you put it in there, it's gonna be like a pepperoni on top of a pizza sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
But I normally do white bread with mayonnaise and mustard. Maybe cheese, sometimes not. And I know you don't like mayonnaise, so you probably prefer.
I don't like mayonnaise. I'm going to ask you a hard question here right now. Mustard is my favorite condom. What is your favorite condiment, not condom. You got me on this resurrection thing.
It'll happen. I mean, ketchup, that's, basic. I like that for my fries and whatnot. But barbecue sauce is probably my favorite condiment.
Yeah. Okay. Now there's basting barbecues. There's barbecue sauces that are thick. There's barbecue sauces that are real thin. What do you prefer?
I prefer the thick. I prefer the thick. Yeah.
Like your women. Got it. Well, I mean, back in the day, not your wife. Not talking about your wife. I'd never do that. She cosplays as a great Axl Rose, though. Yeah. So I was tempted, but I didn't. Your partner in crime from Australia, I didn't invite him on, but I was sorely tempted.
Oh, Ray.
I know the time difference is kind of brutal on him, and he's got that.
Right. That would have been
baby.
Slightly early for him. Yeah. It would have been a bit early.
Yeah. Yeah. But every now and then he'll slip in the chat and say hello. He's been in the last few days. He's been in.
Ray's a good dude.
Yeah, Ray Haylock we're talking about. He ran your campaign, basically.
Yeah. Without him, I wouldn't have had a campaign.
Yeah. Now you and Mrs. G just don't talk food or cook food, or you've come out with the crowdfunded cookbook, and you've also thinking about another one and had people submit family recipes and things like that. One thing that I like at Cracker Barrel, which is a big franchise that's been around for decades, is their what do they call it? The hash brown with cheese.
Hash brown casserole.
Hash brown casserole, yeah.
Yeah.
You could do something like that, I would think, in your cookbook.
We could, but it's not something we do a lot. We try to stick to things that we do on a consistent basis, something that we do a lot.
And I know you don't do baked goods, because you say that baking is its own science.
Yeah, baking is a science, cooking is an art. There's a difference, and there's a lot of things that go into baking. I've never been a great baker. I have baked things, but it's not something that I have done on a regular basis. More of a cooking thing for me.
Is there some food that, I mentioned presentation, you get some very artsy, and you can go on X and see some of these videos, or YouTube, how to like fancify a plate up, where they do the drizzle and all kinds of stuff.
Right. Yeah.
And your portion's about that big. Come on, man, give me something to eat. But presentation is always, but is there a food that doesn't present well? It looks like crap, but you eat it anyway. Or is it hard to present and make it look appetizing? I guess I'm asking.
Right. I guess chili is kind of like that to a certain point.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I can't imagine eating chili without beans. I'm sorry, but some people do make it without beans.
I make mine with beans. I use two types of beans in my cookbook. The chili's in there, and two types of beans. I use chili beans and red or black beans. That's my preference.
Yeah, I like kidney beans.
Yeah, kidney beans.
Kidney beans are good in chili.
Mm-hmm.
You know, usually with the pintos, I guess, or some people use pinto, I suppose. I mean, there are different bean options for chili, just like there's different meat options for chili.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Have you cooked bison? I mentioned bison earlier.
Yes, yeah, I have. When I was a chef in Florida, or a cook in Florida before I was a chef.
Now that's very lean meat and very expensive compared to ground beef.
It's slightly gamey as well.
Yeah.
And it's not for everybody.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there with wild meats, you really have to get the gaminess out, right? By generally soaking it, or
it's tough. It's tough to do, though. Is the thing.
Yeah. 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 I mean, I've never had possum. I would never eat opossum, but you know, they say it's greasy. I know duck is greasy.
Yes, duck is greasy, but it's good. I like duck. I've had
dove's good. Dove breast.
I've not had dove.
No. Okay.
No.
Well, my brother-in-law at the time, he fixed some that he went out and shot, and we were picking buckshot out. Just like when we were kids, you know, I had an uncle that we would eat fish, and you'd have to be careful of the little bones. With this, you had to watch the buckshot because he still had the buckshot all in the breast. Yeah, can you imagine that? It was good though. Dove was good. I haven't tried quail. Have you tried quail?
Nope, never had quail.
Yeah, that's fancy food there.
I mean, as far as birds go, I've had turkey, chicken, and duck. And that's it.
Now they've got a thing in Gunsmoke. See what I did there, folks?
Yeah.
Called prairie chicken.
Huh.
I'd like to try some old style prairie chicken. I bet that would be pretty good.
What's prairie chicken?
Kind of like a wild chicken, I guess. Maybe it's Roadrunner on the half shell.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would eat Roadrunner, or that you could even get that much out of a Roadrunner. They're not very big.
Yeah, I don't know.
I bet it would be a lean meat as quick as they are. You know.
Oh well, yeah, they have to be lean.
Yeah.
There's no fat on that damn thing. Not going to get.
Have you ever eaten snake?
Nope.
I haven't either, but I got to try alligator when I was down in Atlanta.
Yeah, I've never eaten alligator either.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that might be difficult for you because you've got the icon and everything. You kind of regard.
Right. It would be like cannibalism.
Yeah.
I don't think I should do it.
Yeah. Yeah. The Donner Party.
Right. Donner Party of 8.
Yeah. I remember that movie that came out several years ago, where a true story where the plane crashes on top of the mountain. And
Alive.
They have to eat the frozen bodies because that's all there is, you know?
It's called Alive, and that movie freaked me the fuck out.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually watched that at the theater, you know?
Yeah, just don't get on a plane after that is all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, I mean, you go back to civilization and people look at you differently. Weird. I mean, you're like have eaten human flesh, you know?
Right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Can't do it.
Well, I mean, if you eat a chitlin when you're starving, you'd probably eat something like that if you had to, if that was your only source.
I don't know for sure, but apocalypse.
We don't know, do we? We'd like to think we wouldn't go all cannibal,
right?
But, you know,
you would like to think that, but
that's
when it comes down to it, when it's
me out about another Western called with Kurt Russell called Bone Tomahawk.
Yeah, I've seen
because they have cannibalism in that movie. Have you ever seen that?
I have. That's a crazy movie.
I had to think about this, but what they do is they scalp him. That deputy that's kind of sick. That's the first kill that you see with the cannibals,
right?
And they put it in his mouth, his hair and skin in his mouth, and then they whop him real good. You know what they're doing there, right?
What's that?
They're splitting the skull. So when they split him down the middle, his skull will split. That's what they're doing. They're not just being cruel to him when they did him that. They're actually causing a fissure in his skull. And so that not that I would know. You'll never find the dead bodies. Anyway. I have friends.
But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get going here.
We start talking cannibalism, all of a sudden you lose your appetite and you want to go eat. Got it.
Yep, exactly. It makes me hungry talking about cannibalism, but I am hungry. I want to get some food, but then I do have to get to bed.
Now you help Mama Hoppy in the kitchen. She doesn't do it all.
I cook all the time. We both do. Sometimes we switch off. Sometimes we cook together. It just depends.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you too for coming on. Make sure you convey that to your lovely significant other,
and thank you for having us on. I do appreciate it.
Now, do you feed the pets around the same time you eat, or
normally?
Normal.
Yeah.
Hex Allen coming in saying, "Hey,
what's
everybody!"
up?
At the end here.
Hex, aka Hex.
I appreciate you coming on. I've been reaching out to some new people to interview and come on.
Nice.
Hopefully you've been enjoying the interviews on this channel lately. That's one thing that I like to do.
Right.
I'm making a concerted effort to get people on, interesting people like the Good Stuff. It's always fun to have you guys on. We've missed you.
Well,
and our prayers have been with you and your family, because I know it's been a hard time for you. And
you appreciate that.
You could pull the rest of my teeth out of my mouth for free. I would let you do it. Maybe even give maybe not a tomahawk, hit to the mouth, but I would rather do that than move, because I've got so much stuff. Moving is awful.
Moving's horrible.
But now you were downsizing.
The end result is awesome, though.
Yeah.
The end result is this.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And you did downsize. Was it hard to get everything else in?
Well, we got rid of a lot of crap before we moved. Yeah.
Did you have a big yard sale?
Well, we gave a bunch away to our kids.
Right.
We didn't have a yard sale. We threw a lot of crap away, and then we gave stuff to like Goodwill or whatever.
Inco says, time to break out the good stuff.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah. Well, I know you enjoy food, you enjoy cooking, and just generally having a good time. You're always a hoot to have on. Can't wait till both of you start putting up content. I guess that's coming since you're now moved in.
Yes, that will be
on their channel. So check out the Good Stuffs. Everything linked down in the description. Also, Phantasmagorical. We love her prayers with her. She's only one subscriber away from 1,000. Unless somebody subscribed to her. So go over, link down in the description of Fanta's channel. And if you're not subbed to Fanta, give her that 1,000th like.
Yeah, she needs that.
Yeah, absolutely. She can use all your prayers right now after her strokes and things like that. So we miss Fanta.
Yes, we do.
She's one of the ones that make good content and promotes and everything. I also wanted to mention that just real quick. Good Stuff does trailers and other things. He's awesome.
That I do. Yep.
So if you need a trailer for a campaign or something in the future, hit him up. He's not technically challenged like old Rex here.
Reasonably priced as well.
We'll say the magic words, keep collecting, and we'll get out of here.
Thank you.
Keep collecting.
Keep collecting.